Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're doing well. How's it going, Earth? Great to see you, buddy. You are awake late or up really early? Ah, awake late. Okay. I am running a little bit late, but that's okay. I've got you know, tea. I have tea today, and we're gonna go visit Moog, Lord of Blood. This area looks really friendly, as compared to the rest of the game. I have Lady Grey. Oh, I just switched it up because I didn't want to make coffee at the moment. I had pumpkin spice earlier today, and I didn't really feel like going back to regular coffee yet. And I didn't feel like making more pumpkin spice. Not that I don't like it, I just want to make more of it at the moment. So, tea seemed reasonable. Look at this horrible place. It's a long way down. Oh yeah, no, I went all fancy with it, considering, you know, holiday. These wretches. They're really not fighting back. Oh, shit. I don't know what that was. Okay, cool. I don't know what happened. Moving to desktop, okay, no problem. Damn. These guys, am I right? 11 golden runes? What is this? Dew-kissed herbs? Herba? That guy had extra runes? What's up? They're like blood cursed or something, huh? Oh, look at this guy. Something blood clot. Oh my god. I don't want to face those guys down there, but we've made like 30k. Just strolling through and destroying these wretches. Damn. Okay. We might not go visit Moog today. Shit. This is a great place to farm. Look at that. Look at that. 58. We're already halfway there. Are they all gone? They all came back. Nice. Pull those guys out of it and continue on through, huh? Look at that. Also, what kind of degenerate have we become when we realize that the mostly harmless masses are where all the runes are? There we go. Much better. Alright, that's what's up, huh? I think this is the farthest I can go down before I'll attract too much attention. What are they saying? That's disturbing. Welcome back. So, check it out, man. This area, these guys are 90% peaceful. And, we've gone from, like, 11,000 runes to 90 by doing this twice. Twice. So this is a hella good place to level up. We just have to watch for the guards that are actually standing. And these guys, if we don't kill them quick enough, they'll do damage. The guards are like blood cursed or something, and so they turn into porcupines or something. And do weird shit like that. Oh yeah, no. 100% farming means. And a couple of them, when I ran through them the first time, they had golden eyes, which means they were like rune infused or something. Come on, do your spiky bit thing. Okay. Really easy to beat these guys. Oh no, you can get as greedy as you want in here. I mean, eventually you're gonna come up to that cap where it's gonna take you a really long time to do it. But the big thing is just not leaving this general area because you aren't, like, there's nothing bigger. And don't get knocked off the edge or walk off the edge because either of those could be really bad too, right? Which reminds me, I forgot to put that back on. There we go. In case we need it. Oh, no, that would just be like you forgetting how to play this game. Like there's very few situations in where you want to do that. And even in late game, even in the low area location, there's still a lot of you probably don't want to do that. Like, see, I don't want to go down there. Look at those guys. Like, this guy is the last one I'll go to, because if I have to deal with those four, there's a good chance I might die. I can't see you actually becoming complacent with the grind in this game, because we're at, like, what level are we now? We're at level 126. Like, that's how long we've been at it. We're at level 126. It's still really hot. We're at level 126, and still everything kills us like it was day one. So, I mean, is that something you really think you can get used to in a grind? Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, it only takes like 2 of these and we're back at 100. I thought we were gonna go mess with Moog because this area wasn't gonna be that eventful, but I can't pass up the grind, so that's what we're gonna do. And it might be kind of boring, but I've been looking for an area like this anyway. That was a close one, huh? We were just trying to get the one guy. Yo, how goes it? It is going pretty good. We found a great place to grind. Oh shit, what is that? Yo, thank you for that follow.
Zach's Asylum is now a Kojima machine.
How are you doing, Zaki Asylum? Also, I know it probably doesn't say it on the Stream Elements thing because some people have came and some people have left, and anyway, 420, let's go. Spamming one map for level grinds, oh god, that sounds terrible. 180 hours of just one level. Wow.
Zach's Asylum has come to join the machine with 2 viewers.
Zach's Asylum, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much for the follow. We have officially hit 420 followers. Thank you so much for being 420. That's you, Zax. How was your stream? What were you playing? Do you play Elden Ring? Have you made this mistake? We were going to go visit Moog, but I discovered that this area is actually really good for grinding out runes. These creatures are all docile, and you can kind of just kill your way through them. You gotta watch out for the guards that are up running around, because that's a problem. See, they'll do the spiky thing. And if they hit you with that, that'll take a lot of life right off the bat. But if you space them and wait them out just a little bit, you'll be able to go through. The docile guys, they aren't docile once you hit them, so that's a little bit of an issue, but if you're quick enough, no problem. Oh man, you do PvPs? How is that? And what's your let me ask what your build is. I've been playing this game for a year and some, like since it came out, since day one, and I still haven't beat it. I think that guard's onto me. Come on. Walk on. There we go. Ah, you're doing that faith thing. And strength. Does strength and faith play well? I currently have a blood build thing going on. Not too serious about it. I haven't found some of the equipment that I need to find. Make it really broken. And it's got nerfed a little bit, obviously, but not enough to be discouraging.
50 Newt has come to join the machine with 4
50
views.
Nut? What? Nice. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm Machine of Death, and I'm playing some Elden Ring, trying not to die. But I found a good place to grind out some runes, so that's what we're doing. We aren't going to visit Moog just yet, because this place pays out the runes. Welcome in. I really enjoy the Dex build. I've never played a Souls-like game before, so this is actually my first Souls game. Anyway, I've made a couple of mistakes in my playthrough for a noob. One, I've just been wandering the lands, and I haven't really looked up any walkthroughs till now. And that's only because I was, like, completely lost as to where I needed to go. To figure out what the hell I'm supposed to be doing. And so, now we're down at Moog. We came through the Halig Tree area. So, we could go back and find Millennia or whatever eventually. But other than that, I got all the way, before I started using walkthroughs and stuff to get through, I made it all the way to the Elden Lord. And we haven't beat him yet. Dex Bleed is 100% a great way to go. As you can see, I've got Rivers of Blood and Reduvia. That's what I've got. And if I wasn't doing that, I would be doing Astrology. So we just had to time it right. Anyway, wanted to ask 50 Nut, how was your stream? What were you playing? Were you playing some Elden Ring? Don't want to let him get started again. If he gets started, he'll really hurt. I had a hankering for some Elden Ring. Turn on what? I don't know what that is. What's your build on it? Oh shit. Didn't realize we had like 2 of them going around. Oh man. What I got? We almost died. Oh. Not having people doing baiting and stuff like that. That's not really me. I'm not that kind of player. I'm brand new at this game, and I intend to survive it. And by that I mean not really. As you can see, my death counter is pretty high. That's just this playthrough overall. This game's already hard enough, I think, personally. And I can appreciate why people like it. It's actually a really good game. I'm just not really good at it because this is the first time I've ever played a Souls game. Oh, nice. Zack's Asylum is doing a strength face build right now as well. Yeah, no, first time playthrough, and like I said, we found this area where we can level up our abilities and stuff like that. This is what I have going on so far. 48 into Vigor, 66 into Arcane, little bit into Dexterity. I don't know if I need a little bit more into it. Frenzy is super strong. I watched a video on that, and it was insane. The guy, like, what the all-knowing guy, right? The all-knowing guy. He made that guy go insane for a second, and the guy's, like, standing there, like, losing his... And then he hit him, like, 3 times, and the dude was dead. Hey, no problem. Sometimes streams are longer than others. I appreciate the raid, man. Great to see you. Welcome into your community. Thank you for dropping them off and trusting them here with me. You know, hope to see you again and talk about some Elden Ring. If I see some Elden Ring stuff that you are playing, I will definitely go check it out. I don't know if I have you followed, but I do now, so.
50 Newt is now a cog in the machine.
Let me, see. Get that one out there for you. And there you go. Some shoutouts. Everybody check each other out. Since I kind of got back-to-back raids. Appreciate it. Like I said, I haven't seen either of your streams, but 100% gonna go check it out, especially if you guys are actually good at this game. I've also been playing Starfield, and I've been playing Cyberpunk as well, and I do fighting games on Saturday mornings. So my last stream prior to this was Street Fighter 6 and Mortal Kombat 1. Well, I mean, something keeps you coming back if you're a Souls veteran. I assume that means you played through 1, 2, and 3, or Demon Souls, or just really one of the others. I haven't played through any of them. Yeah, see all of them? Yeah. No, I would qualify that as a good player. I forgot we didn't level up, and we should probably do that. So I don't know what I want, whether it's going to be Vigor or Arcane. We should probably shoot for 50 on Vigor at least. Get that up there. Oh, nice. Where, just as a question, where did you choose to let them start? Um, and is Dark Souls your favorite because you haven't played Bloodborne? Because I heard a lot of people prefer Bloodborne over like any of the other Souls games. I do have Bloodborne because it was free on PS4 a while back, and you always pick up all the free games if you're never gonna play them, right? Hey, free runes. There we go. That's what's up. So you went kind of through it in an odd pattern. Fun. Give me a lock on that guy. There we go. What's it taking me? Alright, long way down he goes. PTSD from 3. You haven't played Bloodborne yet, Earth? Hmm. Okay, that's so weird. I was just looking at it, was looking like my stream was glitching a little bit. I don't know why that would be. Okay, I think everybody is deceased. So we can start again. I haven't done a whole lot of this grinding stuff, but we've done a little bit here and there. Our main grind was over at the Windmill Village. But like I said, this is 100% a better place to do it. Why would you do that to yourself? That sounds terrible. I can't imagine why anybody would do a no damage speedrun on this game. All I know is at least it's not like that one guy, right? I saw a streamer and he did like everything right. He got all the way to the end, and then on like the very last of the last boss, he went through 3 games too. That was what he was doing. He was going through 1, 2, and 3, and he got to the 3rd one, and he got to like the last boss, and he got hit by like a random bullshit. And I'm thinking, oh my god, no. I'm just thinking to myself, I watched somebody eat a whole block of cheese for Guinness Book of World Records, and I was thinking, you know, I would rather do that than play all 3 of these games and try to do a no damage run on it. See that guy? He just whipped himself right off the tower for me, or right off the cliff for me. I can't beat that. Oh yeah, no, when I first got in here, you've seen me, actually, since I've been streaming so far tonight, this morning, you know, whatever it is, wherever you're at, we've almost died twice when I haven't noticed those guards pop up and, like, roll into me, right? With all their spiky blood damage thing. It applies so quick. Like, I've been literally 1 hit away from death twice so far this game. And that's just this session, not to include the 1,546 deaths prior to this. I don't attempt to learn to fly. My character just doesn't want to, like, learn to fly. I just randomly fall off the cliff. Come on, use the roll thing. One you're gonna do. Alright, we didn't attract the attention of the other one just yet. See, this one's got golden eyes. I mean, you get paid more for that one. These guys are at least easy to figure out the timing on, so that's good. Fuck. There's our first death, and it's not even my fault. Entirely. Where did it leave my runes? Why do these guys always want to flip around near the edge? It's not good for my health. Neither is that. Just trying to get back to my runes. That's it. Well, I mean, if that's the case, I'm gonna call it successful, right? Alright, where'd that guard go? Did he roll off? You rolled off the edge. Crap. Almost died. They're learning how to attack me. Or I'm being clumsy, one of the two. I don't know which. Eventually this area won't be profitable. Oh well, we got our runes back, we can get another level. Move that on up to 15. It's costing us... Holy cow. This area is, like, super profitable. Also, our Rivers of Blood sword is at max level, so the only increase in damage we can get from this weapon is to increase our blood output. Or increase our arcane level. Why would you fuck? Back up nice and far. Don't need to do that. Right? I live on the edge, man. Alright. Alright, so one more run through. What is that guy wearing? Oh, finally one who wants to roll on the safe side. Almost tracked him a little bit too close there. Alright, a couple more and we'll be there. At least we've got rid of all the guards. Is that not... So, you find any good, video game sales or buy anything cool for, like, all the sales that are going on? I assume the UK still has access to all that. Especially the Steam sale, anyway. Oh, damn. So you got hella money and didn't find anything good? I guess it depends on what you're looking for. 2 new monitors? It depends if you want 4K or 1080s. I saw some... I forget what they were, but they looked pretty decent stat-wise. They were like 1080s, but they were like 100 million hertz or something. And good refresh rates and all that. And they were sub 200 in US monies. So I figure they would be priced accordingly. I got too many of the guards. Attention. Oh, nice one's coming to me. Crap, where'd he go? Why do you need color grading monitors? What are you doing? Is it for work? Are you working from home and doing color grading? Yeah, but how many monitors do you need? You only need one if you don't have one, right? It's not like you need two of those. You just need to put your program up that you're doing your color grading on the one. That's one monitor. One monitor for all that, because you aren't going to be doing all that at the same time. I mean, if you have an old one that's for color grading, and you buy a new one for color grading, then you could have 2 or 3. That's how I have, like, people are like, how do you have, like, 5 monitors? Well, the answer is pretty simple. I got one, you know, and then I acquired another one, and then I acquired another one, based on my needs, and each one is subsequently better than the other. Um, so... Okay, so I have 3. 2 are actually the same monitor, right? 2 are Acers, and then the other is an Omen, right? And they were each about $250 a piece, and yeah. But if I needed one monitor that was $400 for like picture grading or video editing or whatever, then I'd just buy one $400 monitor and I'd make it my biggest one. Like, how big is that $400 monitor with the picture grading that you need on it, right? With all the it has to have the billions of colors. You know what I'm talking about. I forgot the technical term. I don't know. I don't remember if you've ever posted it in Discord. I post mine all the time because I'm really proud of my setup. Um, so there's that. But if I could get like a 32 or bigger monitor for $400 that does the grading that I want to do, then that's what I would do. I mean, I'm using a 65-inch TV for my video game. And if I got like a 30, I honestly, the monitor that's right in front of me that sits off to the side of my microphone, that's my main work monitor, and I think I would make that a 34-inch monitor or a 32-inch monitor, and I don't think I'd go bigger than that. I think the one I have here is like a 22 or a 24, but I don't think I'd go much bigger than that. On the other hand, I'm also going away from conventional monitors and stuff because I'm kind of planning on going to a more mobile setup. I just have to be able to afford one really good laptop. And by really good, I mean I need at least 32 gigs of RAM and preferably a video card with a TI at the end of it, or an equivalent or better AMD Ryzen card. Come on. There we go. Okay. A 27-inch for color grading for like $400? That doesn't sound bad. That was really lucky. Super dangerous. So what I mean is I'm looking at making a fully portable setup. So here's kind of my idea, right? So currently I have the 65-inch TV, and then I have two monitors below that, and then the monitor on my desk, and then I have the laptop, right? And so what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a second laptop, right? That's even more of a powerhouse. That way it actually keeps up with my old PC, because my tower has 32 gigs of RAM and it has a 2080 Ti. So it's still a very viable machine. Very viable machine. Um, and so because of that, I want a laptop that's comparable to that, because we're currently dual streaming setup, and so I want to make a two laptop setup that's completely compatible for dual streaming. And so I would honestly probably like to spend about $2,000 to $3,000 on a laptop. That way I can dual stream from anywhere. I've also thought, hey, if the handheld PCs come up, I would think about that. Because you could technically use a Stream Deck for dual PC setup, right? And they're relatively cheap. So you'd have to have a regular laptop like I do, and then you would have to have either a Stream Deck or, I think, preferably maybe ROG Ally. But keep in mind, they only come with 16 gigs of RAM, and that's kind of an issue. Because I also still want to be able to play Star Citizen. I'm a big fan of the game, and I have a bunch of ships in-game, and I'd like to be able to fly them around and do stuff. But it's a little bit pricey to get a laptop with 32 gigs of RAM in it, and I haven't seen too many with 32 gigs of RAM. So there's that. So yeah, that's what I've been thinking about, making it fully mobile. Because I'd like to do some more trips, and I would like to actually be able to pack like one bag, like just one bag, right? And have it pretty much have like everything I would need to stream comfortably. And do production as well. And so the best way to do that, I think, is with two laptops and at least one portable monitor. A good microphone, of course. And at least one Stream Deck. So I've thought about it, I've thought about it, and honestly, I don't have any money right now, so um, at least not for big purchases at the moment. So the like I said, the ROG Ally is kind of like where I want to go, I think, over the Steam Deck, just because it gives me the opportunity to use Windows 11, which means I don't have to sideload um, Game Pass on my Steam Deck if I got a Steam Deck. But they're both in a relative price range and have easy enough memory upgrades, or I just buy a dock, which is what I intend on doing, is just buying a dock and using that for whichever one I got. The cool part is, I think if I got the Ally and I got another bigger laptop, I could technically use the Ally to run OBS if I wanted to, because it's still um yeah, I was thinking if I got the dock, technically I could swap between which one is running OBS, and I could make the portable system. If the laptop was really killer, I could actually use the ROG Ally potentially to run OBS, because it's a Windows computer. That's all it is, in a handheld format. So easily transferable, and should have all the access to all the Windows stuff. Oh, I need one more, I think. There we go. So that's kind of what I've been thinking. And I've also just been thinking about going with a straight up laptop, but it really would be a matter of like how much money I have to spend to develop the setup. Yay for sleeping through all the alarms. Oh no, that last part's not the good part, that's for sure. Yes, yes. Welcome in, Pixie. Hopefully you have time to grab a tea so you can run about and deal with morning chaos, and hopefully everybody's like got really good sleep so they aren't going to be chaotic. How are you doing, Violence? Welcome in. I saw you come in during all those raids we had earlier. Um, well, I believe Steam Deck uses Ryzen stuff as well, right? Uses AMD. And AMD has come up significantly. Significantly. They're not championing the AI drive right now. I think NVIDIA still leads the way in that department. Yay, lunches. Also, yay, tea. What kind of tea today? Is it oolong? You've been on a really good kick for oolong. Technically, okay, so technically the laptop route will always be better than the handheld route because most of the handhelds cap out at 512 uh, on the SSD, and then after that you're on your own for getting a external drive, right? True, true. And like I said, another reason laptop route will always be better than the current handheld route is because the GPU is going to be bigger, right? You go with a desktop because you want the biggest GPU you can possibly get for like home production stuff, and that's never going to be beaten by a laptop because everything has to be shrunk down, right? But at the end of the day, it's still about what you can feel comfortable putting on your back. And so kind of my idea is I know that I can fit a Nintendo Switch in my bag along with my laptop, along with my microphone, and two small stands, one for the camera and one for the mic. I know I can do all that. Um, and fit like a couple of controllers in there. And I know I could still do that if I had two laptops. But with laptops, I think it's going to be significantly heavier. Because I also still want one extra, like, 1080p monitor that'll run off of whatever is doing OBS. That way I have two screens for that. So we found this area right down here, and it is really excellent for grinding. So we haven't gone farther than this because this area is so excellent for grinding. We've gone up like 4 or 5 levels. Yeah, I know. They're on sale right now for like 300 bucks for a cheap one, right? 350. And the ROG Ally is like 5. And I've thought about it. Like I said, I just don't have the budget for it right now. Mainly because my job shorted me like a bunch of hours. And so, the good news is I've got all the Christmas presents I needed for everybody else. So that's locked in. Wait on that guy. Oh, no. If I get another laptop, because I already have Asus Zephyrus with 16 gigs of RAM and 3070 Ti. If I get another laptop, specifically if I get another laptop specifically, I'm gonna go straight for something with like double the power that my current laptop has. Um, because this thing will be excellent for running OBS, the one that I currently have, and the new one will be much better for running video games, which are asking a lot more out of PCs than people realize. Like, as an example, Starfield alone was like one of the first games to come out recently, and it takes up guaranteed 120 gigs of space, and it wants to be on your SSD. It doesn't want to be on, like, a regular hard drive anymore, which is a problem with it. And Tekken 8 is coming out, and that game's supposed to take up like 120 gigs worth of space as well. And I'm kind of certain that the new standard for like the amount of space gaming companies want to take up on your system is gonna be in the 120 range. Yeah, yeah. The the idea is this: if I want to spend $1,000 or less, or less, right? I'm gonna go with a handheld. And if I had like $2,000 or $3,000 to spend, then I'm gonna go with a laptop. And then this will be the OBS machine. Yeah, see, the problem that's killing me is you keep saying 1650, which is like old, really old. Oh, see, OBS only requires like 4 gigs of RAM tops. So a 16, I'm not spending money for an extra like 16 gigs of RAM if I don't have to. Like, what's the price of that? What's the price of the Surface tablet? Let me ask that. What's the price of that? Come on, actually track that, dude. There we go. Ooh, making banana bread? Send some? Yes. Wait, they want 2.5K for a Surface with a 1650 graphics card in it? Or what? No. No. I am not doing that. That's a waste of money. Pretty sure, based on the games that the Steam Deck and stuff play, pretty sure they're rocking better than a 1060. Also, you can buy a laptop For 2.5K, you can get a hell of a laptop. I can't justify a Surface for that price. I can't... Yeah. Yeah, but if it does better than the 1060, that's all that matters, and that one would be, like, that one wouldn't be for OBS because you can't put OBS on the Steam Deck. You can't put OBS on the Steam Deck because it doesn't have Windows. Oh, I need 12 now. Do they have a Linux version? I know they have an Apple version, and I know they have a Windows version. I haven't had a Linux computer in a while, so I have no clue if it even runs on it. Man, I almost missed that guy entirely. Yeah, see, I didn't know if OBS would install on that. I mean, that makes the Steam Deck a very viable option for, like, a travel setup. From either the gaming perspective or... OBS. As long as it'll handle it. Did I get him? Oh shit. I got too close to that third one. We actually died. They do. They make the space cadets feel like they're necessary. Oh, and they make the chair force feel like they're have somebody to make fun of. That everybody's making fun of that's not them. So, see? I mean, the Space Force is already doing relevant things. They have a dock. They have a dock, and it adds stuff to it. And it's only like $100 extra on top of it. I think the one they have right now is like $60 or something. It's not that bad. I assume you'd be using a lot of Wi-Fi connections. There's some sacrifices that must be made. Also depends on what the docks have. Like I said, I think the dock might have an Ethernet port. Because even the Nintendo Switch has an Ethernet port on the dock now. Provided you get the OLED version. Oh yeah, no, see, that's 100%. You get that, Oh, it can handle 1080p streaming from the Stream Deck, as in somebody's used it with OBS to actually stream. Yeah, see, that's the other reason I figured the ROG Ally might be better. Like I said, because it's got a little bit beefier stats. Really, as long as it's sub $700 when you get it. As long as it's sub $700, that's really what I'm thinking about mainly. Fun. There we go. As long as the replicator could be a decent size and wouldn't take up a lot to do what it needs to do, 100% everybody would adapt to it really, really fast. Nobody would be without anything. Except power to run their replicators. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I know somebody who has a Steam Deck. Um, but I don't know if or when they'll ever try streaming with it. They also don't have a laptop to pair it with to make it a full, thing. And I don't know if they would use it for the game or for the, OBS. Like I said, my laptop is better, so I would kind of want to use my laptop for games. And, whatever deck I got for OBS, just because. See, now I understand why these walls are all, blood-soaked. Somebody comes in, they find out this place is really profitable, and then they just grind it out for a while. Ooh, it's using 26% of the CPU power on the thing to run OBS, but it's doing it 60 frames, 1080. Fuck yeah. I mean, that's good. That's good for something with as low stats as that has. Oh, okay. One of these guys has the yellow eyes. That means he'll get paid out more. Yeah, Space Force should at least do a free Taco Tuesday, you know, for everybody since they aren't doing anything else, right? You paid 10K? That's what's up. Oh, they're doing OBS directly from the deck while running the game? I mean, what's to stop you from running DSLR off of it? Nothing, right? And like I said, they're just using a Linux version of OBS to stream it. I don't need to be tempted anymore. Jesus Christ. Oh man. Did they make any updates to the Steam Deck at all, or is it just a big version of it? Because that's another good question. Like, what updates did they do to it? Man. Okay, I mean, 26%, and it's running... I mean, keep in mind, they probably have their graphics turned down on the games. Because there is settings for a lot of the games that have it turned down. Oh yeah, no, I've been thinking about going full mobile for a while. You know, because this year has been a lot of fun. Because I went on a cruise, and I could have possibly streamed from the cruise if I'd had the right setup, but I didn't bring anything for that. Do we really want to change our number? We're at 69. How nice is that? No, that's the other thing I'm saving for. That's the other thing I'm saving for. I haven't seen... Okay, so I've been through a bunch of the Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals, and I haven't seen any deals on any DSLRs, right? Except Canons. Like, they've had a deal on Canons running, I think. But I haven't seen any deals to bring down the price of those things. They're still like $800 for the one I want, something like that. A 6400. Just go the Sony route, specifically a 6400, because it's in the same price range as the other ones, except it's not stupid. I mean, again, spending way too much money for something, I could see going a lot farther. But gotta be able to justify it. Yeah, no, that's kind of what I figured, but the real problem, you know what the real problem is? Let's be honest. The real problem is streamers. Well, I mean, that's something I can't argue. Like, you know, when it comes to being able to interchange the lenses, which is really what I'm looking for in the long run, because those are so expensive, right? Because the lenses are so expensive, it makes Sony a great value. Especially for somebody who's looking into getting into it, because, you know, if I go to upgrade my camera, as long as Sony is still using the same lenses, I won't have to pay more than once for the lenses I want, and I've seen how expensive those are. Yeah, why is your 5100? Why is your 5100? Why is that so fucking expensive? And the answer is streamers. That's really it. I can't think of any other reason why the value on that camera, which is like 1,000,000 years old, is so expensive. It's because everybody said, oh, look at this. If you want to be a streamer, this is a cheap camera for streamers, and then everybody went and bought one. And then somebody's like, well, what if I sold my old camera for, like, as much as I bought it? Yeah, but you get what I mean. You get what I mean. I mean, you can resell that if you have to, but the point is, maybe you want to crop, maybe you want to crop it. I don't know, man. But the point is, if I switch from camera to camera, you know, as long as the lens will technically work with, like, what are the two standard lenses? The 16mm and the, right, 16mm, is that what it is? Anyway, whatever the two standard ones are, if I switch from camera to camera, it'll work on one or the other, right? It'll work on both of them? I know it doesn't really matter which one I go with. If I went with a 64 and then I went to an A7, I know it'd work on those. Yeah, whatever the streaming lens is, right? Whatever the streaming lens is, you can use that one on your 5100, which is old as shit, or you can put it on, like I said, uh, the A7 or whatever it is, or you could put it on a 6400 or a 6100 or whatever, you know. That lens is all interchangeable between all of them because they use the same connection. Um, in the range of cameras, it really doesn't mean terrible. It just means you're gonna lack features and stuff. Like, some of the new cameras have better cooling, um, and that's really important for the streaming setup, right? Because you want to be able to have your camera running in video mode for really long periods of time, and if it doesn't have good cooling, because there's definitely cameras, there's been significant improvements made in that department. I don't know why Canon people would love to brag about their lens selection. Like I said, does their lens selection change with every camera they put out? Because that's the reason people aren't going with them, and people are saying, hey, you should get into the Sony ecosystem instead. Because, you know, um, if I buy a Canon today, like there's a Canon on sale right now, it looks like a pretty good one. It might even do streaming stuff, right? And I think it's like $300 or $500 for like a whole package deal. It comes with a lens and everything. But if I buy that whatever camera today, and I spend more money on a better camera tomorrow, is that lens that came with that camera going to work on it? Because lenses are like $100 some odd a piece. I don't know anything about collections. Not at all. Not at all. See, we got clobbered. That's what happens when I don't pay attention to those guards. Guards are a real problem. They get all spiky. Yeah, the big advantage with Sony was that you could buy a small frame camera, right? You could buy a small frame camera, and you could use the same type of lenses. So if you bought a small frame camera for like $200 or $300 or whatever it is, right? Then you could go to a large frame camera or a medium frame camera or whatever the difference is, right? And you'd be able to use it on that. But depending on what you picked up for Canon, you couldn't do that. cropped and cropped again. Yeah, that's true. Because it's based on their sensor size, right? From the 80s, people have used on a Sony with an adapter. See, that's the kind of functionality I really look for in my collection of stuff, my products. Like, that's the kind of stuff I really look for. We've gone up so many levels today. Yeah, see, to me, he had to go a little bit out of his way for that one, right? A little bit out of his way for that one. Like, going ahead and getting a full 3D print. And I think you could do that with almost any camera, where you just, you know... 3D print yourself an option to attach it. I mean, honestly, if that's cheap enough, I guess you just go buy yourself whatever camera you want, and then you go make a 3D print that allows you to attach the lenses you want to use. That makes sense. At that point, I guess it'd be more like, do I modify half my camera to make this one thing work? Which might be expensive and weird. Already back up to 72. I know we're not really getting anywhere today, but we've gone up so many levels since we started. So we're just gonna, you know, kind of keep doing that. And we'll worry about going and visiting Moog next time. Like, this is the first time I've really seriously felt like I've gained more than, like, one level for my, time spent in this game. Alright, come on. one guy left down there? But yeah, no, I'm still thinking. Your sheep? Your sheep? What? Palace Approach Ledge Road. Not bad. So can you change the flange and make it work? Yeah, if I didn't have my glasses on, well, probably wouldn't be streaming because I probably couldn't see it. Not enough to make the streaming work anyway. Video game, yeah, sure. Fun. Just one of you. That's all I need. Oh, so what you're saying is I would have to go on YouTube and watch a teardown video? Old guy from Toy Story repairing toys. The guy's legit. Let me Tell you what. A true master of his art form. See, that's kind of like fixing and repairing toys, except it's like making and painting them. So similar feel. Here we go. That's enough to get one of them headed my direction. Oh, come on. Roll. Pick a direction and roll. Oh, I'm glad he didn't decide to go spiky. That would suck. A little bit harder to deal with, but not much harder. But yeah, no, honestly, I've kind of been waiting because, like, Panasonic has put out some new cameras, right? Their Lumix line or whatever. And, Canon has been, I think Canon is looking at launching new stuff, or they have launched some new stuff, as far as that goes, and that means the only ones who haven't yet are Sony. And so I'm kind of like, well, I could save up the money for an old one, or I could see about saving the money for a new one. Probably still won't be able to afford lenses at the same time, but like, I know. Oh, okay, goodbye, buddy. Did you see that? We took that guy out without working. He rolled himself right off the cliff. Fun. Like, I know a lot of companies are finally recovering from the whole pandemic thing. And so, because a lot of companies are recovering from that, they're finally putting stuff out. It's why we had such a big surge of brand new games coming out over the summer, right? Yeah, so like I said, we've had such a massive influx of games over the summer. When was the last time you could think of when like we had Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter and Tekken and really everything coming out like all kind of at the same time? And on top of that, you still have AAA titles like, you know, Legend of Zelda came out, and then we have Mario RPG and Mario Wonder, and like main franchise titles that normally are separated by a year or so, and they all came out this year, right? Um, just like a lot of big video game releases this year. I know my pocketbook's been hurt by it. I remember just the other year, or other couple of years, where I'd have like maybe 2 or 3 games a year that I would actually personally want to buy, where I'm not investing like all my money in all the games. Um, but I know a lot of companies been covering, right, from the whole pandemic thing, and so because of that, they've been waiting on putting out products because they haven't had the people to develop those products during their normal development cycle. Oh yeah, no, 100%, 100%. Like, I have a lot of games right now this year. Like, even though we're playing the one that I bought, like, a few years ago at this point. Even though we're playing that game still. Like, we had Starfield, and like I said, I bought that one, obviously. I didn't buy Zelda, because it's not... I like the Breath of the Wild game, but I'm not into that as much as everybody else might be. Um, like I said, I have all the fighting games. And I'm probably not gonna get Tekken, just because it's not really my thing. Never has been. But yeah, we've got a lot of AAA titles this year. A lot of AAA titles. And that says something. Yo, Gentle, what's up? We have just been grinding tonight. Ah, yeah, nobody took first yet. Y'all were slacking, now Gentle's got first, he's first, and there's nothing you can do about it. Even if you were first, he's still first. Okay. I didn't see that guy coming in. That could have been bad. There we go. Much better. uh, yeah, it's about time for ads, everybody. Watch out. Oh, nice. I mean, at least it's a product I could recommend. Hey, you gotta keep the teeth healthy, right? Okay, wow. That seems dark and kind of weird that people would think that at all. Uh, I mean, nobody reached out to me about it. I figured you were just at work. Or have been enjoying the holiday with lots of pie, as I would.
Pixie
Thank you for
underscore
that
logic
gift,
helped
Pixie.
Earth Belost become an integral
Appreciate it.
part of the machine. Pixie underscore logic gifted a tier 1 sub to Earth Be Lost.
Oh, fuck. I'm dead. I understand why people might want to this time of year. It's not necessarily easy for people sometimes, myself included. But at the same point, apparently not enough people know Nine Inch Nails songs, and that's really what I'm gathering from this. I mean, some of them are probably terrible. I was just thinking, you know, the Doritos, that would be something I would promote to you guys. You know, I'd be like, hey, have you tried these nacho cheese chips? That's what's up. I kind of wish that, like, they would give us a list of sponsors, and we would be like, hey, I want to pick this, you know, this company as somebody, like, where the commercials will play on my channel. That way the streamers could really dictate who's gonna, like, who's gonna get the advertising on their channel, right? And we could customize it more to our audience. Like, cause I have things I would happily promote, and they could call me and promote, like, ask me if I would like to personally do a promotion for those things. But there's some things that I don't really approve of that get promoted on the channel. Like, on my channel, you'll 100% never see a promotion for DoorDash or Uber Eats or any of that garbage, because I don't believe in it. Okay. That guy's, like, stuck down there. You didn't die, so we're losing money, buddy. Just stay down there, though. I don't cook, so you'll never see a promotion for HelloFresh on my channel either. You can fall off any time there, bud. He wanted to eat himself instead of let me do it, and now I'm not gonna get the chance to. DoorDash is garbage, that's how. So, you go to a sit-down restaurant, right? You pay $12 for a meal, $16 for a meal, and then, in the case of DoorDash, you pay $8, right? You pay $8 just to get the meal delivered to you, and then the DoorDash driver is like, well, if you aren't gonna, give me gratuity of 50%, right? Of 50% of the meal or whatnot, then I'm not gonna deliver it for you. Or they eat half your food. Or you order it and it shows up cold. Like, I've seen all of these things happen. I've heard it from both ends. I heard a driver, like, somebody who worked with me who was a DoorDash driver, they're like, yeah, I didn't want to do anything, and I didn't want to, whatever, so I rode down to the store, and I saw that there was an order, and I said I was the driver for DoorDash, and I walked out with like $50 worth of Taco Bell, and I just left. I mean, that's literally robbery. Or the DoorDash or Uber Eats driver who came to the house because somebody else in my house had ordered a couple of quesadillas, right? And so the place they ordered from is literally 5 minutes from the house. Like, literally 5 minutes from the house. But somebody just didn't want to go there. So they ordered 2 quesadillas. And after 45 minutes of waiting, 50 minutes of waiting, they were finally there. And they should have been delivered in like 10 or 15 minutes, right? The DoorDash driver took the food that's like literally 5 minutes away and ate one of them and then said the restaurant did not pack the other one. Everybody loses. Everybody loses, and there's no win to it. So I can't see DoorDash as being a good thing at all. Because I don't want to eat cold food. Not that I paid a ton of money. And I don't want to pay somebody the cost of my meal to deliver my meal to me. When it's cheaper in gas and it's cheaper for me to just go down and pick it up. If I go to a restaurant to eat, I actually just go to a restaurant to eat. And if I go to do takeaway, I'll just call on my way back from somewhere and go pick it up myself. Because it takes me 5 minutes to do it versus waiting 30 minutes for somebody to do it. Heck, sometimes I just need to get out of the house because I work nights. So you see, this is how it is. I'm here. Well, that's the thing. If I worked at home, then I would just go out to eat after work. I mean, that's what I do already. Because there's nowhere open in the middle of the night anymore because the pandemic killed all that for me. Like, there's no 24-hour Walmart. There's a lot of restaurants that aren't 24 hours. Oh, and this is my other biggest complaint. The restaurants that are 24 hours, I pull up to the drive-thru because I'm on my lunch break. And this has happened twice. I pull up to the drive-thru for whatever restaurant I'm at, and there's 2 different restaurants that I went to. They're the only 2 that are open. right? And I've decided to outright just not buy from one of them. I've decided to just not buy from one of them at all, because I went there, their drive-thru was open, it's midnight something, right? Because it takes me 10 to 15 minutes to get over there out of my lunch break, and then it'll take them 10 to 15 minutes to make my food, and then I'll have to cram it while I'm driving back. But I really wanted this one thing, so I decided to go for it. Right? Just buy food at your grocery store. If you work at home and you want lunch, just make some. But anyway, so I'm on lunch break. I don't have a lunch with me. I have to go buy this lunch, right? And I'm like 10 minutes, you know, from the place, so it's gonna take me 20 minutes of my hour lunch break to get there and back, plus however long it takes them to make it. And I get there, and I'm like, hey, how's it going? Can I get this? And they're like, oh, we can't fulfill any orders other than DoorDash orders. Other than DoorDash or Uber Eats. So they're like, if you want to order Uber Eats or DoorDash or something like that, I'm like, I'm at your drive-thru right now. I'm not going to go back to where I came from to wait 15 or 50 minutes. I'm on lunch break. I can't do that. So, yeah. They turned down literally somebody who's at their doorstep asking for whatever the meal is, because they don't have the people to handle DoorDash orders. They don't have people to handle DoorDash orders and their regular drive-thru. And that's a matter of them. And it's not the first time I've seen it where they're like, oh, well, we're too busy. And the other place I went to, they tried to tell me they were too busy. I'm like, okay, you're too busy to make an order for somebody who's at your drive-thru. And with them, with that particular store, I was like, I'm a regular here, just like I told them at the other place, I'm a regular here because you're the only place that's open for the freaking night. For a night shift worker that's close enough to my work to do anything, right? See, he's skirting that edge really, really good, but he's not falling off it. I want one of these guys to roll my direction. There we go. Now we can focus on the next guy. Much better. Yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna pay somebody $8 to show up at my door to deliver it, right? I'm not gonna pay, especially if the meal costs $8. That's just not, it's not cost effective for me to pay $8 for somebody to deliver a meal that costs $8, or a meal that costs $12, or even a meal that costs $16. And then on top of that, for them to want gratuity on top of that, and more importantly, they're wanting gratuity for taking forever to get my meal, or they're wanting gratuity before they even pick up my meal. I've heard this too. They're like, oh, well, if I don't see one that has gratuity already on it, well, what happens when the DoorDash driver gets their $8, gets their gratuity, and eats half your meal? And then it's like, oh, they just didn't pack it, because that's what they do. They eat half your meal, and then they say, oh, they just didn't pack it. Like, you write them a bad mark, you might get a return or a refund. It's shit. If you were 5 minutes near either town, you could. Oh my, that's terrible. Like I said, every now and then I want something specific, and since I work in the middle of the night, I don't have a lot of options for that. And so my solution to this particular problem is just taking time on the weekend and going out for my own food. been doing it that way. So I wondered, can we hold more than one weapon now? Are we that strong? Or is it a matter of strength and not endurance? Where's what I want to carry if I want to try? Not, blood build up. This is probably going to be the most we have for blood loss build up. But let's see if we can carry an each katana still. This thing is still super powerful. Each katana plus 17. Oh, I've got it up high enough where we can run both these and we're still at medium load. Alright, it's coming. All three of them. Hey, school run time. How's the new job going, Gentle? Pretty good? You liking the hours? You liking the process? And kicking names? And because you work at a grocery store, you have bubble gum? Yeah, like I said, I think the whole Uber Eats DoorDash thing is terrible. And I know I've seen a lot of ads for it on Twitch and stuff. Uh, More DoorDash than Uber Eats. And the truth is, I wouldn't promote either of those. Because, well, I think Uber is actually a good thing, and Lyft are a good thing. I think the Uber Eats DoorDash thing is terrible. do a thing. Man, almost went over the edge on that one. I don't know what that guy's doing. Keep on rolling. There we go. Almost did tumble over a cliff. We've done it at least twice. Also, their cartwheeling doesn't seem to really want to make them tumble over a cliff, but if they, like, jump around too much or get hit or something, then they will. But other than that, the AI will just make them, like, skirt the edge. Like I said, we've gone up hella levels since we've been here. This area has been excellent. Been excellent for that. We've gone up probably more than 10 levels. I don't know how much, like, so each time we go up a level, it increases in runes, right? And we started at just over 100, and now it's costing us 124, 1,000 runes in order to get a level up. Our Vigor's at 50 now, Arcane's at 60, and we put Endurance up to 20. That way we can carry more of a max load. And so now, because we have all this, we can update our equipment to be able to wear better stuff. So we were wearing these, they're a little bit heavier, and I don't know what the best armor is for this particular build, but see, we're still into heavy load if we wear Malekith's full set. This would actually be an increase from where we're at, but it puts us at heavy load. I wonder if the legs will do that too. That brings us down a little bit. Oh, that still keeps us solidly in heavy load, so we still can't wear this armor. So we're gonna need to keep increasing this just a little bit, because otherwise we end up doing this, which is unacceptable. Also, I don't know what the best armor for the lead build stuff is. Maybe his stuff is better on everything except holy. And that moves us up, so... Anyway, I don't want to look too much like some kind of garbage character. I like how we've looked before. We're pretty solid on our appearance. That's the other thing. Yes, I'm playing Fashion Souls, to be honest. A little bit. Not enough to degrade my ability to play the game. Also, I should see about upgrading the Uchi Katana. We haven't worried about it in a minute, but I know that the weapons like Reduvia, they only go to like level 10. But the Uchi Katana might go higher because it's already at 17. And that could be very beneficial for our damage output. I was worried I was going to go over the edge a little bit. See, why isn't that guy going over the edge? At least I got them both on the same run. That was worthwhile. Sounds fair enough. They all are. They all are just kind of waiting for it, especially in this area, which is why it's perfect, because it's got some of the only bad guys that are just, like, sitting around, waiting to get removed. Which is okay by me. Because I need a couple of easy wins here, right? This game's been ridiculously hard, and to get as many level ups as we have today, honestly, not that much of a grind. I mean, I've been at this, like... Crap. I can't get back on. Here we go. This guy's just, like, smashing around. I couldn't get a lock. Crap. Yeah, 2.5 hours, 4 deaths, not bad. And we've gone up probably at least 10 levels, so not complaining about that either. That's not even a grind? I mean, I'm not spending 180 hours on one level to get levels for Disgaea, that's for sure. I mean, and what do you get for all that? Crap. These guys don't take much to kill, but we're actually getting so much blood loss buildup that it's actually like doing that. Right? What, we're getting to level 99 64 times, 9999 whatever, 64 times. Why is that a good thing? I'm lost on this premise, on this idea. Let's see. Now we're up here. Where's the round table? Sure. I'll just jump here so I can go out to the round table. I don't know where, like, what location it's considered in. They stack for stats, so even though you're level 1, you start with higher stats, like, every time you do it. Is that what I'm be understanding? Wrong button. Okay, that's cool. We now have a level 24 Uchi-Katana. The cap is 64. Jesus, that's ridiculous. And then what? What do you have once you've got all that, right? What do you have? It's kind of weird that the black knives, knowing what they're made out of, don't do anything. Oh, no level? Yeah, considering how long you've been grinding that game so far, I can't imagine. Poison buildup. Still kind of interested in doing that, but I don't know if I like how this weapon works. But it could be cool to have leveled up, so...
Now.
Level 16 is as far as I can go.
I see.
Oh, I don't have any for them, but I do have stuff for her. I don't know if I want to up this archer or not. I mean, these ones seem kind of cool. 100 million damage. Jesus. That is ridiculous.
I see.
Alright, well, we're gonna level up this a little bit. See if that's worthwhile. Alright, 10. Should be usable, actually. Alright, so... I want to switch... not this one. Switch this back, because our blood loss buildup is gonna be ridiculous. For how much we do. Alright, and, is it Sites of Grace that I want to go to? This is the one I'm looking for. Well, 2. I mean, what's the hours on that? What's the hour count on that game? uh... I think she'll get the milk. I think it'll be fine. Fun, good thing. Got a little bit zealous about it now that I have new blades. We have 111 blood loss on the sword now. So, here's what we've done. We switched over to the Blood Uchikatana, which is now at plus 23 with 111 blood buildup. And we have the Rivers of Blood, which is amazing. Plus, it has 77 blood buildup, so... Oh, see? You guys did a nice thing and you reminded her halfway through her journey that she'll, still need to go by and pick up milk. Sounds like a win. Can't place bets on that. it wouldn't lock. That was troublesome. Are you really at school if you can't see it? Asking for a friend? I'm pretty sure there is. Like, it would make sense that there would be some kind of like mundane betting option. Like office workers being like, will the boss wear the red tie or the green tie today? It's a gambling thing, so 100% it's a bit sketchy. Alright, how much do I need to actually level up now? Oh, not that much more? Nice. Yeah, that sounds like a good thing, you know? I like that somebody wants to completely capitalize on something that should be, you know, between friends. Like, hey, I bet you $1 for that, right? And instead of just pulling out their wallet, they pull out an app. So it can be accounted for and taxed. Pass. That guy was rolling so fast over here. That was crazy. You know somebody's just using it to keep track of the debts that they owe a friend. But also, it probably has to be legal in the state it's in. Okay, cool. We got enough to level up. I've been putting some into endurance because I want to be able to wear better armor. It's not a requirement at this stage, really. A lot of people don't put anything into it, but it gives us better stamina as well. So, there's that. Our stamina has gone up significantly. And our damage has gone up probably pretty significantly. Let's see. That's normally how it goes in this game, right? Anyway, we have been here for more than long enough. It's been a good day of grinding, and next time we are going to go do something like go farther down the hill and find out where this palace actually is. And see about facing Moog, the Lord of Blood. Because we didn't do that this time, right? So, knowing that that's the case, we're gonna have to pick up and do that. So, that being said, we're gonna find somebody to raid out to. Wow. Not a whole lot of people on tonight. Everybody's already gone off, I guess. I stay on like an hour later and everybody's like, yep. We're out of here. So I have Relentless Dan, who's doing some stuff, and I have Lucky J. Thank you so much for hanging out, and like I said, if you see any really good deals on Sony cameras, let me know. Maybe I'll have the money by the time I'm ready to, by the time you actually see one. So we have Relentless Dan, who's doing Tower of Fantasy stuff, and we have Lucky J, who's playing some Street Fighter, looks like. Or gonna be doing some Street Fighter. Hangry raided out, and then the person he raided out to is also offline. Off to Lucky for some Street Fighter. Fair enough. We'll get that going. Alright, so thank you all for being here. It's been great. We got a bunch of levels in. Like I said, we're going to be continuing down the trail and actually fighting Moog next time. Because we're at a point where it's kind of annoying to grind anymore. And we've gone up like 10 levels, so at least 10 levels, I'm pretty sure. So we'll take it for what it is. We'll be playing some more Starfield. We have we're in a bunker or something right now, and we have to beat all the pirate guys that are in there in order for us to complete the Ranger mission. or I guess they're not pirates. They're ex-military or something. Anyway, we're doing that on Starfield, and then, of course, on Wednesday we'll be back to some more side missions and some story missions for Cyberpunk. So that'll be between 3 and 5 p.m. Eastern for both those. So join me then if you'd like, and you know, show Jay some love. Like I said, he's looking for ranked matches right now, so it's gonna be beef ranked matches. It looks like. Anyway, have a great night, y'all, and peace.